Good evening and good night and late evening, guys.
Good evening.
This is about um, scary, very, very scary, and it's been believed all over the world. You can call this as a evil demon in a female look. In Asia, I would say in Malaysia, Indonesia, we call this Pontianak. Okay, so-called it's really a famous ghost, I would say.
Famous?
So the story about how this Pontianak was started and what was the reason behind and how it's really haunting the people in Malaysia, especially. I think for this first session, we're just going to look into the first detail about how this Pontianak was formed. What was the reason? What was the cause? And I need your input to see what exactly would cause this and where these incidents even took places. Okay? Ashura?
Yes,
Scary
I'm
cat.
with you.
I think everybody experienced this, right?
No,
I think
I've never experienced a Pontianak. No.
obviously you're not, because the female demon doesn't look for a female. Pontianak, it's like you said, it's a glamorous, famous ghost, and it's everywhere. Okay, how Pontianak was formed? Yeah, why Pontianak? See, the scary part was, they said this female, this person who died with the vengeance, or we can restless spirit with dead pregnant woman. The spirit of vengeful. And why it's so vengeful? It's because the female or the woman been murdered by her own lover, a boyfriend. In today's world, we can say boyfriend, lover, you know. But this was happened many years ago. It's a myth, but it's really, you can see there's so many events took place. People said, I drove a car in the late night, I saw a lady walking pass by in the middle of the night.
How do you know
You see that?
it's a Pontianak or not?
So it's a beautiful woman walking in the middle of the road, and you're driving alone, a guy who coming back from home or driving back from hometown, you know, passing by an old road, he's driving, and it so happened this particular demon with the appearance of beautiful woman. So this is what it's all about.
So it's in the form of a beautiful woman, or is it in the form of this white woman in white with long hair? How does
There's a
this
different
look like?
There are many forms. The white with the long hair, when it turned out to be a demon. See, first it looks like a humble, beautiful woman, and it gives you opportunity, or it gives you an atmosphere that you tend to like and tend to offer them as help in the middle of the night. Would you like to give them a lift to drop them wherever they want to go? It's a man nature, right? He's alone. You find a woman by the road, trying to stop by and trying to help. And see, this is what happened. And when he want to attack, or he trying to identify the victim, it gives a pleasant look, beautiful woman.
I mean normal
Right?
human look, normal human.
Yes, normal, very normal
lady,
and beautiful.
normal lady.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's not a ghost, huh? Normal. You look like normal.
It looks like, yeah.
Okay. Normal
And
human.
the moment you give the opportunity, you get into the car, and they has a territory basically. As you enter into the territory, they appear, and as you pass by the territory, they disappear from your car. But you tend to be more like, you are tend to dream about this beautiful girl. You tend to be thinking about them, the smell. It's like a perfume. It's like you don't really you totally forgotten about that. She disappeared while you're driving. You're on the way back. You thought like you dropped them somewhere. It's like in a dream zone or dream world for you. So they say the classic Pontianak, this classic demon would have long hair the flowing down to the hips, the hairs, and the hair is like covering half of the face. You can't see the full face, and sometime with the long nails, and they give you a very strong flower smell. I think usually it gives like jasmine flower smell.
That's why the Indians, they call it Mohini.
Yes,
Indian, we call
that's what they call in Tamil. Yeah, Mohini.
In the
Tamil is
same
Mohini.
type ghost?
Yeah.
Yes.
In Tamil they have called Mohini, and they smell jasmine smell, and also on the leg they wear what they call it.
No.
What they call in
Salanga.
Salanga. What they call in English?
It's,
Something that
it's
it look like a small chain that
It's
you
a
put around
chain they tie to the leg.
ankle chain.
It's like
ankle chain.
which is have a sound when you walk. Ching ching ching
Yeah.
ching sound. Yeah.
okay. See, it's all about many years ago. This is how people live, right? They have a very traditional look. They have the chain on ankle. They have in the evening they wear the jasmine flower. They have the long hairs. They're wearing beautiful clothes, and they have perfume on them. And this is where they attract men. But they know what the men fall for. And this is how they attack the prey. So again, this incident happened somewhere in Old Road from KL to Pahang. Yeah, I would say in Bentong, Kara. Yeah. Kara has a lot of story, with all this accident tragedies.
Yeah,
I don't want to talk that, but this is specifically for this Pontianak. Yeah. This incident took place to one gentleman, and he happened to drive back very late in the evening, around 11 to 12, and he drove every day from KL to Pahang, some part of Pahang. What really happened is this: he tended to fetch this woman at some point whenever he entered the territory, and he believes that he dropped her off in a house. So this particular series is repeated for many nights. So this man tend to be look like he's get thinner, and he tend to not to dress well. It's like he's become slacky. It's become a day to day become slacky. So the people thinks that, but for him, he looks so good. He looks so handsome, because that's what the Pontianak tell him every night when he sees him. This guy have a chat, he's talking to this Pontianak every night when he sees her. So it's keep going on and on many nights, and his family members like, what's really going on with this guy? It's like it doesn't seem to be right. So they asked him, what's going on with you? He said, I'm okay, I'm fine. I just found found a girl, I think I'm gonna marry her. She's beautiful, yada yada yada. And he thinks to be like, but it doesn't seem right? It's like he's not taking shower, he's not combing his hair, and it's like it's one of his friend told him he's going to lose his job because it's become very unpleasant at the working place. So this guy have like sort of a daydream. So it's like secluded by this woman or this Pontianak. Thinking of this Pontianak. So as they go on, and one night, it seems to be, I think it's a full moon.
Okay.
Pontianak actually See what the I would say the supernatural says, right? Supernatural world or supernatural people are dealing with supernatural. They says that full moon is the superpower, or everybody have overwhelming of power. So this Pontianak waited for this full moon to attack and kill this guy, and he was waited for the day to meet her, so that they have some kind of discussion to have like longs. They want to hang around for longer period, longer hours, because usually it's like 30 minutes, I guess. It's like just like fetching her, dropping her, and it's going off, and they have a chat within this 30 minutes. And during, they plan to have a really long time, to engage this particular full moon night. Bang. So this Pontianak, and he fetched the Pontianak that night, and he drove to the house. He believed that it's like a beautiful kampung village house, with lights and so on. It was a ransack. It was haunted house. And he parked the car. He felt that they are walking into a living hall, with a pleasant environment.
Okay.
Guess what happened? The Pontianak took the evil face.
She changed.
After-
You mean?
The real face.
He changed. The
true
demon
face.
came out, and it's like a vampire-like of look. It's like it's beyond imaginable.
Okay. Then.
So I would thank in this moment, thank to indogotv that allow us to share Pontianak email demon story. Yeah, guys, this is how it was look. You see the pictures there? That's how it turned out to be. You see that second image? That's how it was appearing in the ransack house. So as I said earlier, the family members was doubting.
So
Right.
then what happened to him?
So as the family member doubt, his brother actually followed him for that night.
Oh. Okay.
So this is where, like I said, that's how we know that it was ransack house, it's a haunted house, that's how we knows that. And he realized that the brother was screaming, was inside this haunted place.
Okay.
It's really, really terrifying for his brother to jump in to help his brother. There was no one there, actually. The brother realized there's no one there beside his brother, and the brother was pretending like he's fighting with something.
Pretending? What do you mean by
the victim-
pretending?
The victim, the guy is a victim. He can see the demon. He see the Pontianak.
Okay.
He saw that the Pontianak is attacking him. But for a third person, his brother was going there trying to help his younger brother. He seems to be not seeing anyone there. It was completely dark. He sees the brother was been running around and pushing himself. That's why I'm saying he's pretending to be like fighting to someone, something. So his brother was like, "What are you trying to do? Why don't you come out?"
Just walk out.
So that's how it's been it's been spotted, it's been hearing, and that's how it's been. The experience are same for most of the people. So
this Pontianak, it seems, is a ghost in only this part of the world, in Malaysia and Indonesia.
Not really. You see, this Pontianak is a name given to this region As you know, every place, every country, they have a name for this spirit. These are, why they say, actually there are both male and female, but the female one more popular because people talk about it. People who died without fulfilling their desire. They have so much desire and it was a sudden death. And they cannot accept it. So they are still out there finding a way to come back. So for example, someone wants to have a relationship with a man, but she couldn't have it and she died instantly due to an accident thing. They will find a way. So he could be a victim. If he didn't snap out, the only way he can have a relationship, she have to kill him. Okay, kill him, then only can go into that dimension. Because we are living in a multiple dimension. We only can see our dimension, physical dimension.
Yes.
They can see us, we cannot see them.
Yeah. So, like what you asked, in Malaysia and Indonesia, we call Pontianak, Mati Anak, Kulti Anak. And in the Western world, they call Dracula, vampire.
Oh.
Yeah, which is, they have a very pleasant look. They attract the prey, I would say. Once the prey fall in their hand and they spotted a good opportunity, then they reveal themselves as a demon. So, I think for the first chat about vampire or Pontianak, I think I have another extension story for this.
It's a pretty scary ghost, you know. There's so many movies being made about it.
Yes. No one wants to make a movie if there's not really true things behind this, yeah?
Actually, when people try to take these horror movies, I will talk another day, they also experienced, when they take horror movies, they also experience unexplainable happenings, a lot of times. So people who work in this kind of line, they will tell stories, and most of it are real. So because you see, like I said earlier, the dimension. So they see. Usually people like the Pontianaks and everything, they are in places where frequent accident happens. You can see, they said the place is quiet. You can feel.
Yeah.
When the moment you stop your car, these Pontianak are people who had still desires. Okay. Apparently, when you have desires, the earthly desire, you cannot move from earth. The desire must be earth. So people won't accept that, especially when the desire not fulfilled.
So this particular demons are waiting in different dimension, right?
Yeah.
And when the normal human being like us happen to connect with that dimension, that's where this relationship happens. Yeah. So
their relationship mainly is to take him to their dimension. I mean, you have to physically kill them.
Kill them on earth.
Yeah. In order for you to go to dimension, you cannot go with your body.
So let me conclude or end the story of what happened to this man, So when the brother tried to help him, drag him from the house, and he put him in the car, and the brother he was like fainted, it's like it's gone. He was so tired and there was no energy. Then this older brother drove him back home, and there was all kind of marks in his body. It's like somebody bit him. So the very next day, I think they took him to see a priest. And that's where they got to know that this man has been fallen into the trap of this demon. And they have to really heal him for several days to recover him, because they look so pale because they lose so much of blood. And this man basically, ever since then, it's not normal anymore, because he cannot drive a car, he cannot walk, He's actually, it's dreaming about this particular Pontianak. That's how it ends. If you are not strong enough, to handle your emotion or things what you see, and you fall into the trap, because when you tend to see something abnormal, you got to control yourself, trying to realize who you are, and you got to bring this to the end. And this gentleman, what I heard, and he's not normal ever since then.
Until now?
Yeah.
Oh.
Most of the case, yeah.
Look like he's not healed, completely healed. Huh?
No, it's not completely healed, because he was so deep, because he enjoyed the nights. He was living the life with this Pontianak.
Okay.
So he was already part of the different dimension, He tend to seeing that ongoingly.
Okay.
So the priest was saying that it's so difficult to break him away from this dimension.
Really true story, right?
Yeah. So I would say that from now on, we're trying to bring more stories that gives more evidence, relate to the incidents. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you for your time, and we end the night. It's a long way to go.
Yes.
It's almost midnight.
The midnight comes. Somebody's still out there waiting for you.